This is a Headgum original.
In 1977, NASA sent 2 solid gold records into space so that aliens might find them and understand life on Earth.
I send greetings on behalf of the people of our planet and friendly wishes to all who may encounter this Voyager.
Now, we're making new records with our friends.
We step out of our solar system into the universe, seeking only peace and friendship. We know full well that our planet and all its inhabitants are but a small part of this immense universe that surrounds us.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
Well.
Look what we found ourselves doing.
Wait a minute. How did we get here?
Look at us recording the last Keeping Records episode ever. That's right. The last one.
What?
You guys didn't know? That was, I guess, by design.
Yeah. Who would have thought? So that's kind of what we're doing.
It's like just like get it, like rip a Band-Aid.
Yeah. So
sort
mentally
of deal with the day.
prepare. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw when you clicked this episode that our guests today are the iconic people that work on this podcast.
Anya and Casey.
Anya and Casey. So, sit back, relax, enjoy what we've done with each other together for you.
Enjoying what we've done to you.
I do feel like we did this podcast too.
We sort of took you.
This podcast was done unto you. I don't think any of you were a part of it. But yeah,
it's been a beautiful time, a touching time.
so true.
I've laughed.
I have too.
Well,
Well, I was gonna say I've cried, and then it was like, well, that's a little real.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's been so fun. I've been honored to join in its golden years.
Yeah, we're putting this podcast down like an old dog.
Well, shit happens.
Yeah.
Shit happens, and this podcast was shit. And that means it happened.
No,
It happened.
the ending is the shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's shit.
But for real, thank you guys for listening and being such fun little listeners, little freakazoids.
Yeah. It would be nothing without the freaks.
So true. This podcast would be so lame if you guys weren't so fucking freaky.
And thanks to Shelby for being the ride or die of this podcast.
Thank you, EJ, for joining me these last couple of months. I've had a blast.
Oh.
Anyway, put your stuff together for your guest of the day.
Put your weird stuff together.
Put your freaky little stuff together for your guests.
I actually didn't think about how insane it is for you to announce this is the last episode and then bring us out. The little freaks now mortal enemies.
Yeah.
They're gonna hate watch.
Yeah.
You love to hate them and hate to love them. Which they do unto each other as well.
Yeah.
It's the parents of the podcast, Casey and Anya.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Look who we have here. It's Anya and Casey.
What? Those guys?
I gotta ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
The one episode we have you on as guests, freezing cold. Couldn't be colder.
It's really cold in here right now.
I think it's cold outside, and then I put on the AC because I'm afraid of you.
I
know
was
what you would say
sweating
to
on
me
the way
on camera.
here.
No, yeah.
I was
EJ
sweating.
was sweating on the walk here.
Yeah. Took my
It-
sweatshirt off.
Folks,
It is cold right now in
Folks.
LA, though.
it's 77.
Yeah, high 70s. It's very cold.
It's 77 degrees out. Welcome to Los Angeles, sunny Los Angeles, where it's 77 degrees and bright, not a cloud in the sky. Couldn't be warmer, really. Perfect day to go to the beach or have fun with your friends in the park. But if you're indoors in this studio, bring a puffer jacket.
Here's the thing.
Here's
the thing.
I need my hat.
I'm so honored that you asked me to be the guest today.
Yeah.
Why are we starting on this note?
Well, I just think it's interesting.
It's just, oh, that's interesting. Like, I'm like, oh, That's my reaction.
First time we have you on it's been so hot. And now all of a sudden it's...
no, we do not. Well, off the record, we'll tell you later why.
Well, it seemed like you guys hated how hot it was, so we figured if we made it as cold as possible.
Right. And
There's no pleasing you.
And for your...
we're famously so hard to work with.
And for your last episode, we made it ice cold.
Brr. I think we just kind of skip over this part.
Oh.
I think
What, the
maybe you cut
chatting,
this.
the just chatting?
I think
You guys have too much free.
I think I think the part where they have a problem with us, we just kind of leave out.
So this episode's gonna be super choppy. Lots of plates.
I mean, like,
Sid.
I'm just like, I think you forget who edits the podcast.
Not even me. It's Casey. No.
It's me. I'm editing right now.
No.
I'm currently
You edit
editing
the
as we
audio.
go.
Anya, you're constantly talking about editing the audio.
I literally don't know who does what.
That's not an accident, but we kind of keep it vague.
If you guys
So I can
think,
blame Casey. Casey can blame me.
If you guys think I run this show, I hope this shows you that I do not. Every time you haven't liked something, it's not my fault. Every time you've liked something, it is not my fault.
yeah, it's mine.
Yeah. When something's good, it's EJ's fault. When something's bad, it's...
Pulling the
It's Anya's fault.
puppet strings.
It's Anya's fault. I
It's
know
Anya's
how
fault.
you guys talk. I listen to how you guys talk about me when I'm not in the room.
Yeah, because I am recording it, and
then
she
she
does
edits
listen.
the audio.
Okay.
No one needs to see how the sausage
I
is
don't know.
made.
Do we talk about how the sausage is
Okay,
made?
so
I mean,
technically I'm an audio producer and I could edit the show, but since this is a video and audio show, Casey edits as the video editor.
Okay.
But
Yes,
I could
edit-
cut anything I want.
I edit the audio
Is that a threat?
because it's easier to work with the video.
There you go, folks. You've always wondered. And now you have your answer.
Yeah.
And
No one's wondering.
You've always wondered. Everyone's. Hey,
people
how
are
does this show
constantly
get
DMing me.
made?
People are constantly DMing me. Hey, who's editing the audio? And who's editing the video?
Shelby,
And
how-
who's
yeah.
editing? Who's Casey? Who's Shelby? Who's EJ?
Yeah. That's a
show-
huge.
this is
That's
a
what
That's
show
you
crazy
get.
that they ask that.
7 times a week. Who's Shelby? Who's EJ?
Which
Who's
one's
on News
which?
Casey?
Yeah, which one's which? That's a big one.
Yeah, you guys don't even introduce yourselves ever.
I'm Shelby
That's-
Joel Wolstein. Whoa, legal name.
Whoa.
Bleep that. Bleep the middle name.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
no
do
worries.
the middle name.
I don't need editing notes that are just bleeping stuff because you feel like it should be bleeped.
Yeah, bleep it.
Every time something has to be bleeped, it's just more work for
For
me
the
to
audio
do.
editor, Casey.
Okay. Oh, Casey hates his job.
Oh God. And that's why. No.
And cut that. We're getting fired after this one.
Too late for us.
Oh my god. We were not really prepped. We weren't really media trained for how to deal with this episode.
No, for real, guys. It's
cold
so
in here.
nice to have you on the podcast
Yeah.
in front of the camera.
For once.
For once.
I don't have a camera.
You're on the
You
camera.
here in front
Number
of the camera.
two.
Number
No,
two.
I just don't have my own, which I gave
You
it
don't
up.
need to.
I have my own.
I know, which I like.
Oh, that was scary.
Okay. Oh my God. I don't really know.
Everyone at home's like, I know
for
why
on
they don't
YouTube.
put them
I'm
on.
so sorry. We didn't know that was going to happen. Or we
wish
wouldn't
we
have done
could-
this episode.
Yeah. I could have prepared better for that.
Yeah. Could have all prepared better.
But no, for real. Like, we just have to get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
We love you.
Oh.
Oh.
We're really happy to be here.
Oh my God.
This is an honor.
This is
Okay,
the nice episode.
literally no response.
blushing.
They're silent for the first time ever.
I'm
She
blushing.
has
I'm
nothing to
flattered.
say.
I'm blushing. I'm tickled.
I'm tickling.
EJ's tickling me. I have nothing to say.
Shelby's
EJ's
just
tickling me.
And that's why we have all these pillows.
Yeah, hey, give it up for one last time to your co-host, the pillow. No, listen, Anya, we'll start with you. What's the first thing you would put on your records?
Yeah.
We're going right in.
Why not?
Yeah.
I feel like you said you had 7 things, so I'm trying to...
Yeah, you were like, get through it
7
fast.
things
As a
I
producer-
hate the most that you do. You hate me, love you.
What is this? Casey, do you know?
I have no idea what that
This is
is.
why we would never be guests on the show. What is that?
The 7 things I hate about you.
Wait, no, but by whom?
Miley Cyrus.
I
Yeah.
do love her.
You made me
Okay,
laugh.
then.
Made me cry.
I don't know which side to buy.
I do like this rock version of Miley Cyrus that is, that she's turned into over the past few years.
Well,
she's got a great
Yeah.
rock voice.
She's
Yeah.
a perfect
She's got a
cover
good
artist.
She's got a good voice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
Backyard Sessions, anybody?
oh my God, thank you.
Cover
for
of
bringing
Fade
that
Into You
up.
is good. Her cover of Fade Into You is good.
I don't know if I know it.
I don't think
It's
I've
really
heard that
it's
one.
good. And then the
And you didn't know 7 things I hate about
Heart
you?
of Glass cover. And
Oh
then
yeah, the Heart of
Zombie,
Glass
the
cover. The Heart of
Cranberries
Glass cover is great.
So what you don't know is that even though that song sounds like a rock song,
Yeah.
it was recorded in one of her early aughts. Sort of as a rock track on an otherwise pop album.
Yeah.
I would say.
She's always had it in her.
Miley, we knew you could. And
Miley.
because
Crazy stuff with her dad right now.
oh yeah, he's marrying some child, right?
Yeah. he
Yeah.
married
What?
Not a
baby.
child. She's like 30.
No, I think she's like 24.
She's like 24.
That's baby mode.
I really
I
like
was
that
just
couple.
24, I know.
I like her mom. I thought that they were
Yeah.
cute.
Well, how many kids do they have? Like 9?
Yeah. Have you ever seen the other ones?
Oh.
Oh.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's just
well,
crazy that
Trace
there's
is
Miley.
in 303 or Metro Station.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Trace Cyrus is in Metro Station, I think. I'll prove
that the
it.
boy?
That's no worries.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
don't know.
boy.
I've never heard the name Trace Cyrus before.
Oh,
You should look all of them up. It's quite a study in genetics.
Wait, why? Do they all look the same or they all look weird?
Trace Cyrus
just-
is
I
in
think
Metro
that would be
Station.
weird if they all look the same.
They do all look like siblings, but it's
Okay.
just like one of them's like a star and the rest are just like people.
No, Noah
Totally.
Cyrus looks exactly like Miley.
Noah does look a lot like Miley. Okay, but it is kind of weird, not even just for like famous people, but have you ever had the experience of you have a friend, you know them super well, you meet their siblings, and the siblings do just look like off-brand versions of the friend?
Yeah, like
Yes.
you know those like
Little weird versions of your
Yes.
friend?
remember when there's like a Snapchat filter that like makes you look like a different gender? That was like a thing for
Yes.
a second.
Oh, yeah.
My friend and her brother like they just did it and they looked like the other one.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I was
My
like, oh yeah,
brother-
you guys are exactly the same.
My brother and I did a
Yucky.
face swap once.
No.
Looked the same. Looked literally the same.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I want. I have a bobblehead of my dad. You guys
Cool.
can't laugh because he's dead.
Yeah.
And
Cruel.
I heard laughter in the room.
Cruel
weird,
to
crazy.
say
I'm
that.
crying. I'm crying because it's so touching.
Yeah.
but I
sorry,
do
was
have a
crying.
bobblehead of him, and I once did a face swap with it, and and I'll say it, we look alike.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My dad and I look
You
like
like bobblehead.
Me and the bobblehead.
Yeah.
people are always like, you look like your mom, and then they see my dad and they go,
Yeah. Yeah.
you look like your papa.
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 Okay. What's
Okay.
Am I first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay.
No worries.
First on my record. So I tried. Mine are really earnest.
That's
That's
good.
fine.
Okay.
I love Ernest.
First on my record is The Library.
Yes.
Thank you, EJ.
Oh, I'm already.
Thank you.
You don't even have to expand.
There's nothing. That's it. Every time I go into a library, I'm like, I can't believe this is here.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're allowing this. Mm-hmm. You can go in there. You can take a book out. You can leave. You're paying no money.
Free.
Mm-hmm. And they haven't shut it down yet.
No.
You can use the internet. You can talk to people. It's a community. It's incredible. I feel like the aliens should know that we have like one good thing left. So
Yes. Yeah.
We did one thing right and we didn't really change it.
Yeah.
Shelby's upset.
Well, I'm not a good reader.
That's okay.
The library
You
has
can
all-
go surf the web. You can rent
You can-
DVDs.
you can rent
Oh, I
movies.
tried to
Yeah.
surf the web at the Silver Lake Library recently, and I got to tell you, I needed to have a library card. I don't own a library card, so then I
that's-
couldn't
you
use
can
the
get it
internet.
free.
You were at the library. You could have
The
gotten
people
one
who
there.
work at this
Angeles, you can
library
get-
are actively unkind to me. I can't explain it. I walk into a library.
Unbelievable.
When I walk into a library,
Unbelievable.
librarians think I'm there to cause a ruckus, and I'm.
Are you?
I'm very rarely there
you
to cause a
causing a
ruckus.
ruckus?
I
But
went
you have been there to cause
I
a
went-
ruckus.
She's like once or twice.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a kid at one time in my life. But when I go to the library now, it is usually to write somewhere that is not my house, but that isn't as loud as a coffee shop. Like I'm literally
Sure.
there to be a little quiet working girl.
And it's
Okay.
incredible that it's free. It's a free public space.
Yeah.
Totally. So is Starbucks, by the way. But no.
Interesting.
But
It's funny
I,
you say the only one because actually,
There's one on every corner. Yeah.
but I brought a water. And the librarian would not stop screaming at me about drinking my water. And I was like, what in the heck could I be doing so wrong
Wait,
by hydrating in this library?
She wouldn't let you open a water bottle?
because you were taking your mask off or what?
I would to take the sip, put it back on.
No, I know, but was that the reason
No,
why
she just
she
said,
was citing?
we don't really do beverages in here. I was like, I literally feel like it's okay. I looked around. Every single other person had a beverage. I was just the only one getting yelled at.
Did you tell
Weird.
that to the
Person-
No, I
librarian?
kept my, I
Complex.
said, okay.
You got to go to the Los Feliz library. Way better vibes. They don't care what. I mean,
You can do whatever you want.
I do crazy stuff.
I mean, they do deal with a lot of crazy stuff, I'm sure.
They do.
As a
Where's
public
that
space.
one?
Los Feliz library.
Yeah.
It's right in Los Feliz.
Wait, there's one
it's
in-
on Hillhurst.
There's a really good one in Cypress Park.
Oh,
That's the one I go to.
folks, there's libraries all over this fucking
Yeah,
town.
everywhere. That's what I'm saying. And is
Yeah.
there? It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
crazy.
that was
Listen,
a really
Listen,
special place.
I think all libraries should be pretty. Here's my problem. The Silver Lake Library, ugly as all hell, get out.
I know it looks nice from the outside, but it's not
Yeah,
that
the
nice inside.
outside, gorgeous.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
I mean, it's publicly funded. So.
it's but yeah, that's kind of its whole thing. Yeah, it's publicly funded.
In college, I used to study, like do my homework or work on projects, whatever, at the Boston Public Library.
Oh, yeah.
And it is such a gorgeous library.
That's how libraries should be.
It's
Yeah.
like got like a reading room and like the little green lamps and it's
Yeah.
incredible.
No, I think libraries are good. I never feel at peace there. I know that I'm
You bring some kind of energy that they kind of seek out. They literally deal with like like a cross section of humanity, but
Yeah.
you're the thing that they zero
yeah.
in on.
Yeah.
yeah. When
That's
I get
crazy.
into a library, it's war.
Do you think it? Were you wearing your shirt that says "I love to fuck shit up in the public library"? Was that you? Were you wearing that shirt?
Sometimes people just wear shirts.
Yeah.
They don't have to mean
It has like
anything.
a skull and crossbones on it. Oh,
They don't have to mean anything.
That is
skull
so. I'd like
smoking
to
a
go in
joint.
with you, and I want to I want to see what happens and why.
People
you
just
draw.
don't like me in these places. I can't explain it.
You bring like a capitalist energy. They're like, this is not what we're about here.
I mean, I feel that energy from you right now.
When I was little, I just remember this. When I was little in the summer, I would volunteer to put away books in the library. Like I had a job, and I'd put away books in the children's room, and then I'd go to the pool. That was like my ideal day. I was like working in the morning, little pool time in the afternoon.
Anya's always been a workaholic.
You're an entrepreneur.
Unfortunately, I have, and that's just sad.
Okay.
I love work. It's such a sucker thing. Yeah. Anyways,
You love to work.
that song we know, Casey, right?
I do know that song. Yeah.
I thought you were about to say I don't, and I was like, Casey.
Oh my god.
No, he knows. Rihanna.
Case.
The last thing I'll say about libraries is that I do think my college library takes the cake for the ugliest library in the world.
I mean, it's Ohio.
Well. Okay.
Okay.
Oh God, that was really, really harmful on you.
That actually sucked. I'm sorry. That's so rude. There's no
No,
reason
it's
for that.
okay.
I was like, Boston is beautiful. Worst city in the world. Go
Boston
on.
is, yeah, thank you. Boston is the worst city in the world.
It is.
Oh my God, we're getting inflammatory on the podcast.
Yeah, wait, actually, I feel like that's what's going to get people really mad is saying Boston's the worst city in the
No,
world.
I think as someone from, we know.
I mean, yeah,
We know.
it's as
I
Energies.
don't know if it's the worst. I've been to worse places than Boston.
Oh,
I
what,
think it's-
Ohio?
I've never been to Ohio.
You should try it out because it's
I've been. It's
really
nice.
I've been to
stuff
Scottsdale, Arizona, though.
Yeah, that's true.
okay, that's fair.
For
But
the
I feel
corporate
like
retreat.
Boston's really like
they all-
masquerading.
They all funneled on into the company Miata, drove on down to Scottsdale, Arizona, and hit the Top Golf.
No, that happened. Actually, that happened.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
I know. I've never lied on this podcast.
Me neither.
You were saying something about your ugly library. I'm sorry.
Oh, just for the listeners, Google Oberlin College Library, Mud Library.
Mud?
It's called Mud, or you call it
It's
Mud?
called Mud.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, actually, no, they changed its name after I graduated, but I forget what it's
Because
called
they were
now.
like, people
They're
are
like
really mean about
dirt
this.
library.
It's called Dirty Dirt Library, but no, it's brutalist architecture, which I find to be heinous. Just give it a Google. Seriously.
I love
I find it
brutalist
to be
architecture.
brutal.
Some people think
I'm
it's
into
cool.
it.
Rue loves to be like, it's actually a really cool looking library.
I'm
like,
into like goth, post-punk sort of shit.
Well,
So,
Casey, you'll love it.
seeing a brutalist building, I'm like,
Casey's like, I'm going to
yeah.
Ohio.
You'll love it. And then
Can't wait to
Google
go to
Next company
Ohio.
retreat.
look up the furniture inside it. That'll probably get you going crazy.
I would love to
I'll
see
look it up right
Casey
now.
going
We had
crazy about
a-
anything.
we
Casey's gonna
had
go
a
crazy over there.
Never seen it in my life.
We had a dining hall under a dorm at my college. It was like dorm, and then underground beneath the two, between the two was the dining hall.
Why?
And they called it the Grundle.
Oh God, that's exactly.
Bummer.
So
Yeah.
when you
Bummer.
Mm.
said Mud Library, I was like, are y'all calling it that, or is it called that?
is
Because
it
for the first like
Grundle
2 years
vibes?
of my college career, I thought it was legally called Grundle. It is not.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called, but it wasn't Grundle. Obviously, the university didn't want to call it the Grundle.
I mean,
They wouldn't know
Okay,
what that is.
I like the outside of the building. The
Okay.
inside looks insane.
the inside's like fluorescent lighting, horrifying weird
You
chairs.
have to have fluorescent lighting.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's
a
kind of a
library.
standard.
I don't know if you
Look
guys
at
can
it.
see.
Isn't that
Whoa.
sick?
The chairs
Rainbows.
are crazy.
It's pretty gay.
I don't understand how
No
you sit
comment.
in them.
Yeah, you don't.
Kidding, it's straight.
You like roll around on
I just
these
feel like I
nasty
can't
chairs that have been there for like 50 years.
God.
And everyone's like, yeah, I'm just doing some. Okay, anyway, I don't know. I don't need to go down this.
I know, but guys, EJ got a haircut and got mean.
Yeah, my vibes are totally different and fucked up.
He hates libraries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He hates libraries. He's cold. He's pissed.
It is chilly. No one
you want
can
me to
take
turn
that
off the
with
AC?
me. No,
I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
No,
Look,
you wanted
we've
it to be
done
this
the hot
temperature.
episode. This is the cold episode.
Yeah,
Frigid.
I'm like holding in shivers. People are gonna be like, "Why is she so shaky?" Well, I'm freezing.
Yeah, I can feel
Chattering,
you're like
teeth
trembling.
chattering.
I feel it on
Yeah.
the couch.
Are you really?
No.
I mean,
Well, not no.
little
No.
bit, yeah.
When Casey tells us to throw it a break, I'll turn it off.
Wow.
We still got some time.
okay, what else? Should we ask Casey now what one of his is?
Well, I was gonna say, do you
Yeah.
just want aliens to know that it's just like a free place they can go? Do you want them to spend time? Do you want them to take a book?
Yeah.
Kind of any of the above. I just want them to be like, there's one thing that humans did right,
And it's a public
and
library.
then they somehow it like flew under the radar and nobody ruined it. And knock wood. I'm literally always like, when are they going to take this away from us? And so
Yeah.
I want them to be like, this is the best of humanity. Is like a place where you can go and take something for free that is nice, and people are usually nice to you there. And like will help. You know, people go
Except
there for
for
like
specific-
there's like
People are
you can have
usually
like a
nice to
knitting
you
club there, or you can people
Yeah.
go there and like ask for help. You can go to the library.
They have like resume writing workshops.
Yeah.
They've got like
It's all free.
They take your picture for job interviews or something. They like help you with job interviews. No, it's an awesome
It's
place.
yeah.
It's
Do you
also
guys-
huge in a city like Los Angeles, where there's a huge homeless population. It's one of the only places you can go and spend extended periods of time, charge your phone,
Go to the restroom.
go to the restroom.
But there's also like any small town you go to, like they're gonna have one.
yeah.
They're gonna have a post office and a library.
Two things. That's all you need. Did you guys ever know the thing about accounting for the weight of the books? It's like an architecture thing.
No.
Whoa.
There's a library that was built. I don't remember where. Sorry, Anya would usually source this for me.
I'll do it right now.
She never
But
stops
there's a
working.
library that was built, and it started sinking like every year, like. And
Into
they were
the
like,
ground.
why? And it's because when they built it, they didn't account for the weight of the books.
Whoa.
So like the building was fully like going.
I'm looking at the website. The second result on Google is sinking library fact or fiction.
It better say fucking
Oh
fact.
God.
I
Because
learned
then you
this.
just lied on the pod.
It's a blog post. It starts off with
By
I'm
Shelby.
a big fan of the I'm a big fan of the television comedy show How I Met Your Mother. You talked about them.
Yeah, I've seen the show. I've seen the program.
Okay, so in one episode, the architect on the show relayed his friends a
Ted
famous,
Mosby.
a famous architecture story that I had heard for the first time years ago. So that's where you heard it.
So that's where you.
I don't know if that's where I heard it. But
Well, I'm sure it's where you heard it.
I don't know if that's where I heard it. I could have heard it at any number of places. Maybe the internet. Maybe a book. Maybe at the library.
You already said you don't read.
Yeah.
I literally don't like the vibes in this room today.
Is it because we're talking too much?
No, it's because I think I'm the heel.
And we're the toes.
It's true.
Sorry, I'm reading. I'm trying to read as quickly
sorry,
as possible.
Anya's reading something. Yeah, I don't know. That's like when there's like words on a page.
I'm not doing this, by the way, Shelby. I'm on your side. I'm not like shaming you.
Listen,
not
here's
reading.
another crazy library fact that I know for reals is true. The biggest public library fire in history was the Los Angeles Public Library downtown, burnt to the ground in the 80s. And there was
A good year for fires.
A good year for fires.
Were people hurt? I want to know after Shelby said that.
No one was hurt. But there's
Okay,
an
you're so lucky.
It was a
You're
good
so
year for
lucky.
fires.
there was
So
an
lucky.
incredible book. Everyone should read the library book by Susan Orlean. Seriously.
Oh, I love her.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Anya,
she's
And
funny.
you love libraries? You gotta read this book.
Okay. She's fine. Remember when she got drunk on Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her
She
so
went
much.
off.
She's so crazy. I
Yeah.
love her. Talking about Susan Orlean.
we talk about Susan a
She's
lot.
crazy. She's amazing.
Totally.
Freaking
No, she's
genius.
great.
Casey, are you hearing this?
I can't believe it.
It's kind of like TBD on if it happened or not. It's like unclear. Unclear.
Okay.
Casey, what would
Casey,
you put on
wait,
your
Casey, what would you
records?
put on your record?
Okay, so I wrote down like a string of things, and I realized that a lot of them are movie related. Because
Yeah.
the one thing I care about more than anything in the world is movies.
EJ loves
Casey,
movies.
if I can
I
interrupt
love
you really
movies.
quickly, I was going to put some movie things on mine, and I said, I'm going to let Casey have this.
Yeah, mine,
Whoa.
'cause
That's
you
number
figured
one.
mine would be movie heavy.
Yeah. I also want to say at the top, I
That's
guess not at
teamwork.
the top, that it's weird that producing the show for a year, I didn't once think about this before we decided
Yeah,
to
I
have
didn't.
it.
Anya
I
doesn't
didn't
really
think
like the
about
show.
I'm just like, how have I never thought about that? I'm just so dialed into doing my job, kind of staying in my lane.
Workaholic, famously,
Yeah, famously.
as we've established.
Anyways, Casey, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll ask you guys, do you want to hear a movie thing or do you want to hear one of the few things
The
that
worst
aren't
guest you've
movie
ever had.
related?
Let's start with a movie thing.
Shelby's yawning. For the record. She'd rather be anywhere else. Yeah, that's kind of.
I hate to be called out on that.
All right, a movie thing. Let's
The vibes are perfect in here, by the way.
let's send the aliens a full working in its prime Planet Hollywood restaurant.
Wow, that's so many things in one. That's such a cheat. I had a cheat too, but that's fine.
How is it so many things in one?
You're just
It's-
sending them so many cool things.
It's
It's
a planet.
a
It's
restaurant.
Hollywood. It's a restaurant.
It's
It's
all
fully
the
functioning at its
memorabilia.
prime.
Like you're sending like a billion movie references. It's great. That's smart.
Anya's
we're
so
supporting.
mad.
And I want
Tactical.
them to be able to go in and order, you know, like a lights, camera, action burger or whatever,
Wow.
Or, yeah,
like
just or whatever.
Not that I know the menu by heart. Whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever
Lights,
it's
camera,
called.
action burger.
like
Yeah.
action burger, sound speeds, fries,
Casey's just rattling off
hold the
menu
boom
items.
chili.
Wow, that's actually genius.
Have you guys
this is
ever
fun.
eaten at a Planet Hollywood?
No, I haven't actually.
I think I
Very
have
young.
in Florida. Yeah, as a kid.
So Shelby's very young.
Did you say I'm very young?
Very young. So
Yeah. Wait.
I think there's only one Planet Hollywood restaurant that's like still
Left.
operating, and it's in Las Vegas.
it's not in
You'd
Hollywood.
think it'd be in
You
Hollywood.
would think it would be down the street.
You would
Actually,
think.
no. Vegas makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I changed my mind. It should be in Vegas.
The Museum of Other Cities.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But, you know, who?
Oh my God, the Museum of Other Cities is haunting.
It's true.
The museum.
Who wouldn't
Sunrise.
want to eat lunch looking at their favorite props from their favorite movies.
I mean, I know you would love that.
Yes, I did do it before, and I wish
Would love to do it again.
I could do it again
With the aliens.
with the aliens.
Do you want them to know what the references are?
Well, in the restaurant, they usually have like a screen grab or like an explanation of the movie, so they can
Like a museum.
look do
Why do I think
So you
that
give
they
them
roller
smartphones
skate
as well.
there? They don't.
Yes.
I don't think so.
They don't
Ask
roller
Casey.
skate
Don't
there?
worry.
Do they roller skate there?
Yeah, the servers.
Like it's Sonic?
No, it's
They should.
What's the other one?
What does that
Hard
have to
Rock.
do with
Sorry, I forgot.
More
Hollywood?
fun. More fun.
yeah.
Oh, more fun.
More fun.
Is Hard Rock like the music version of that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Hard
tho-
Rock,
but there's
Hard
a
Rock
lot
was
of those.
first.
Why is there still a lot of those? Let's talk about that.
Oh, so people
I
like
think
music more
because
than
they
movies.
made it that was like a they made it into a collector's item. Planet Hollywood didn't do that.
Didn't
for
really make the
themselves.
pivot.
They didn't know how to
Planet Hollywood was
market them
owned
themselves.
by Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger and
What?
like a few other
The boys.
big time
My friends.
90s Hollywood icons.
Yeah.
And
Pledge
Hard Rock is
allegiance.
owned by the Seminole tribe in Florida. So,
Oh, so
Are you just you know this offhand?
yes, I'm from Florida, so
Oh, fair.
I know all about the Hard Rock.
are all Hard
Another
Rocks
great
on
state.
native land?
All Hard Rocks are owned by Native people.
I did not know
believe-
that.
No
I
idea.
believe it's all
That's
of them,
crazy.
at least in the United
Wait,
States.
we should all be supporting Hard Rock.
That's what I'm
Cafe.
saying.
Yeah. Like yesterday. Yeah.
I was like, it's kind of corny in there. We shouldn't go.
No,
It's
in
like,
Indigenous
actually, in
solidarity, we're all going on
hindsight-
Hard Rock.
In hindsight, actually, let's get down to the Hard Rock.
Yeah, buy all their T-shirts.
yeah. Yeah, such a good. I love
But
when
I
there's
do
an
think
excuse
that
to buy
they.
t-shirts.
It's interesting that they did not mismanage their brand the way Sylvester Stallone did.
Yeah.
They turned it.
Yeah.
They made resorts and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, I
Yeah.
think they understood that
The assignment.
the amount of people who want to look at Sylvester Stallone's Judge Dredd costume while they eat a lights, camera, action burger was very
Was
small.
in this room. Yeah, was the one man in this room.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm glad that the aliens will get a chance
Do
to
they call their
experience that.
cocktails crafty?
That's pretty good.
You're so good at that.
I think that
I know.
I think all of these
Get
things
you
are
on the
too
board.
inside. Like I think it's
No, our
probably
listeners
more
are
like
so
the
smart.
Forrest Gump gumbo or something. You know?
oh right, because the shrimp. Wait,
Yeah,
but there's a
even
restaurant.
though
that,
there is the bubblegum
Popcorn
shrimp.
yeah,
shrimp.
that's weird, right?
But I
Buffalo
think
shrimp.
they're named after movies and not like the boom, the
would be
bloomin'
funnier
boom
if it
and
was
the
about
onions.
It would be cool. People would feel more in the industry.
Yeah, people want more stuff that makes you that's for LA by LA.
Yeah. An important part of the culture is the city, and people want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
Even
people are
wherever
like,
they are.
What are movie
Florida.
sets
The
like?
27
Oh.
Club sandwich.
Jesus.
That's for the music one. That's for Hard Rock.
I don't
Pitch
care.
that to
It's
Hard Rock.
Hollywood. It's Hollywood.
It's Hollywood.
All right, fair.
Some of them are actors. Some of them are singers. All I know is they're all famous and they're dead.
Multi-hyphenates.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I made it past 27, so I get to have joy.
Uh-oh.
Are you 27?
No,
I know.
I'm 25.
Baby.
Oh, everyone's pissed.
No, we knew.
Yeah, you guys knew. Shelby, you knew. Oh God. Oh God.
This is yeah.
I am 25.
This is why this episode's gonna be so interesting. Is that we're all from different
Walks of
generations.
life.
Yeah, we're
this
all
is-
so
we're so different.
This is where I
different.
ask my grandparents, Anya and Casey.
No,
was
in our
it
day,
like?
people went to Planet Hollywood for
I go,
fun.
if you were alive when they sent the first ones up to space,
Yes.
what would you say now that it's different?
Yeah, I was like, in '77 we did this.
Yeah.
Our generation. But now
because you were what, 24 in 1977?
I look really good.
True. For
my
however old that makes you.
Yeah, can't do the
Yeah.
math. Don't ask us to.
60.
but-
1977.
Good.
Around. Just around 60.
Approx.
That makes sense.
Wait, no, I said you were 24 then?
65.
What else would you send up to the aliens, Anya?
EJ
Wait, before-
moving the show
before-
along in a way that's
Before
never happened
Anya
before.
answers that, we should take
to
a break.
break.
Well, I'd like to throw it a break. So we'll be right back.
Okay, everyone's agreeing to throw a break.
Wait, guys,
Hold
stop
on,
it.
hold on.
It's time for a break. Everyone be
we have
quiet
to
for like 15
hold on,
seconds.
hold on,
It's time
hold
for
on.
a
Really,
break.
just one
I
second.
would like to be the one that says that we have to go to break.
Okay.
Now.
This is going really well.
I was gonna wait. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, kind of on the record, how's
How
it
it's going?
Yeah.
It's
Well, there was
fun.
a period of time like I was getting kind of bullied.
Oh.
About what?
Just like sort of some stuff like the How I Met Your Mother thing.
No, that was just a callback to an earlier episode.
That was a compliment.
Yeah, that was a compliment from me.
Because it's like we all wish that we could understand that show.
And
And the
also there
reference.
was also the stuff about like libraries and
If I had known that you had such a horrible experience
Yeah.
in them, I would never have brought that
no,
up.
you had to add them. It was true to your record. I'm just saying, for me personally, when I go in there, I feel like I'm under arrest.
Yeah. So when Anya said that it was triggering, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but
Yeah, I mean, it was
okay.
a little
No, it's fair.
PTSD.
What's the E stand for?
Why it's a Y. PTSD.
it's a dash Y.
Right.
Yeah.
But
It quotes. Yeah.
yeah, I can't explain it to you, but librarians see me and think about their worst memory.
Have
Maybe it's because you look so youthful.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, have you considered they might be jealous?
Oh, yeah, that also. They're jealous of you.
There's a freedom to not being able to read. They have to do
Yes.
so much of reading.
Oh my God,
yeah.
constantly.
And it's the constant, like, I have to seem well read, and you can kind of just shed all of that.
Yeah, I walk in and I go, "What are these things
Yeah,
on the
you're
shelf?"
like knocking stuff on the floor. Like I've seen
I'm
you in
like,
the
"That's
library.
a whole
like,
lot of paper for what?
right.
Get
You're
a
like,
Kindle." I always walk in and I say, "Get
You
a
say,
Kindle."
yeah,
Like, you
that's
tell
your opening
everyone
line.
there.
That's true.
Well,
yeah.
you can rent books for your Kindle for free from the library. Just gonna say that. Download the Libby app.
So then, what is their problem with
Yeah.
me?
I don't know.
Another cool thing that the library does is
Yeah.
if you have a library card, you could sign up for this streaming service called Canopy, and they show.
I love Canopy.
They got a bunch of great movies that you can watch from home. All you need is a library card.
Welcome back to Get in the Library with Anya, Casey, and EJ.
If we don't all use it,
I'm
we
your
will
guest,
lose it.
Shelby. I've never been
Famous library hater.
Yeah, this is Jerry Springer. Vibes.
Bring out the librarian.
You guys fight.
It's the sweetest looking person you've ever seen who's holding a knife to my neck. I mean, it is like, that's the worst part about
Yeah.
being hated at the library is everyone there is allegedly kind.
Right. Really,
feel-
really nice.
You
Patient.
feel singled out, which is that's crazy
It's like,
and valid.
what is up with you guys?
Yeah,
I'm here to vibe.
So if you're a librarian,
that's the
like,
issue.
comment below. Like, do you like Shelby?
Yeah, kind of let us know what you think.
Let us know what vibes Shelby gives you.
I guess leave a review on this
Drop a
podcast
comment
for
right
some
there.
reason.
No comment from Casey and Anya.
Hey, I guess leave a review or whatever if you want.
Or whatever.
It's good of you to bring that up now.
Yeah.
Are we not bringing it up in the intro? We haven't recorded the intro.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant like in this episode. It's good that
You
we're
mean
starting to ask
telling
for.
people to leave reviews.
I mean, listen, we've
been
racked them up.
asking, yeah.
You guys really have them in there.
Yeah.
But, no, for real.
Seriously.
We just had Casey. So, Anya, what's next on your record? Wait, prank. What are you deleting from the record?
Prank.
Thank you for asking.
No worries.
She likes it.
I
I
did
don't
think
have
about
to
this.
explain the segments because Anya works on the podcast.
Yeah, we didn't do the usual run through. No, I got it.
You answer.
Right.
No, I don't have to do that
War
with you.
poverty has already been stricken, so I can do something stupid. I
Yeah.
thought this would be really easy for me because I am
Hate so
such a
many
bitch.
things.
Like I'm such a hater.
Yeah.
But then this was actually really hard for me to come up with. So I'd like to go with something that hopefully you all will relate to,
Okay.
which is when you're talking to someone new that you don't know very well, and you have to say, "I'm just kidding."
Yeah.
The moment those words leave my mouth, I hate the person. There's no hope for us ever having any kind of friendship, professional relationship. Like there's nothing there left
Yeah,
for
yeah.
us. If I'm kind of like joking around about something,
They're like, what?
like not even, I'm not like a bit guy, but you know, you're like, especially with someone new, you're like, you're trying to make them laugh, whatever. And they are taking you seriously. And then you have to be like, oh, no, I was just kidding.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anya did that for me once. We were
yeah.
interviewing someone for a job.
I don't remember this
And
at all.
I made a joke about how we're trying to be like Joe Rogan here. We're trying to like
God,
we think he's
Can you imagine?
doing
You're,
really
in,
great
you're in an
stuff.
interview. You're like, I don't know. I looked up the
And I-
podcast studio. It looks really nice. And the first thing they're like,
Positive
so we
vibes.
are basing a lot of our company culture off of the Rogan experience.
Yeah, just kind of the experience part of the
Oh my
Rogan
God.
experience.
Well, here's why
So
that's terrifying.
I said this, but I refused to, or I refused. I just didn't say like I'm just kidding. Like
Right.
I was like this I'm joking. Like, and
Yeah.
I think it's obvious. But then Anya was chimed in and was like, he's just kidding.
Well, the scariest thing about that is that the normalist
Sure.
looking people will be like, oh yeah, well I was listening to the Rogan.
Yeah, you
Joe
never
Rogan." You never
know.
know. I had
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a normal Uber driver
You
the other
forget
day.
that you're a white man.
yeah.
No,
People
I
like
know.
you.
I know.
Casey's like, I don't know why it was so obvious I was joking around.
Yeah, so I would not be the kind of guy.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking at you. I don't know.
Like, Casey, you don't. But someone who straight up doesn't. However, I don't remember this interview at all, or who it was. No memory. We might have hired this person. That's fine.
And you're doing good at your job, King.
And we,
Oh my God,
yeah,
you're
we love
so
you.
good.
And consider this your bonus.
Yeah.
But if you're getting, I mean, it's a comedy podcast studio.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to take a joke. We're going to be joking all the time.
Do we do comedy podcast here?
Yeah, a couple. Not this one, but other ones.
Oh, that's so interesting.
I was like,
that's
to
cool.
me, this is investigative journalism. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my God, this is reporting. Yeah.
This is funded by NASA, so it has to be serious.
Yeah.
thank you, NASA, for funding this episode.
Thanks,
sponsoring this episode.
Yeah, Nessie.
No, I
That's
don't
what
like to have
I
to
will
say I'm
joke.
kidding, but sometimes I catch myself saying I'm kidding, and I don't like that either.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
even when I don't need to, like, it's someone I know, and I'll be like, kidding.
kidding.
And
Yeah.
it's like, why did I say that? I was
Yeah.
just kidding. You know me.
Sure.
It's a way of apologizing.
But this is
For taking
only.
up space.
Oh, wow. Let's get back to the PTSD of it all.
Yeah.
No, I think that's fine. It's really just with new people and then I'm like,
Yeah.
I've written you off, unfortunately, forever, and there's no going back.
Well, because the moment that you've made the joke and you can watch their eyes sort of search
Oh, yeah.
they're like, wait, what? And then
Yeah.
and then you have to be like, oh,
Well,
it's a
because
joke. I'm
also
just
at
kidding.
that point, you've bombed. Like,
Right.
your
Yes.
joke's not landing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't share a sense of humor,
Yeah.
evidently. And you're
Or
like,
like a world view. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's deep. Yeah.
Yeah. I've done it sometimes. I've done it sometimes. My problem, though, to kind of self-reflect, is that I often will bring up things when I'm feeling like I cannot shut up. If there's an awkward pause in a conversation, I like my body, like I overcompensate. I'm constantly talking, nervous energy. It's like a horrible. I'm like, everyone be okay. I'll be the clown here. And I've often brought up things that are not funny because I'm like running out. 9/11 is a big one. I will always make a 9/11 joke, and people will be like, "That's," and then I have to be like, "No, fully just kidding,"
Well, yeah.
because you don't
so
realize
many lives were lost.
exactly.
Yeah, do you guys remember
Well, 'cause that's the
9/11?
thing.
I mean, I was so young, but I do remember. You were dead?
What?
Famously, pre-birth means
Yeah,
dead.
pre-birth
sure.
is dead.
I was alive.
No, you were alive. You were a baby.
I was in preschool.
Yeah. Did they tell you? No.
See, and that's the thing. I don't remember.
I remember vivid,
What grade were you in?
like third.
Yeah.
And you were in Ohio.
Yeah.
Far away.
I was
weren't
also
you?
in Oregon, so it's like we were like, oh, like people were like, that's really far away.
I mean, I hate to be like one of those people who has like a story of 9/11. You know, when someone's like, 9/11 makes me think, and it like, they didn't actually have someone in there, but they're like sort of co-opting the holiday.
yeah,
Holiday.
they're like my teacher was
It's a holiday. It's a remembrance.
did National
Remembrance?
Day of
Yeah.
Remembrance. Yeah,
Labor Day.
what is a holiday? It's not
Veterans
that.
Sure.
It's a holy day.
It's holy.
Right.
Non-denominational.
But my mom did call me out of school because my dad was on a flight and we didn't know if he was on that flight.
Oh, scary.
Was it even possible?
We just didn't really know where he was like on a trip where he was like had a bunch
Sure,
of connecting
sure.
flights.
But also,
and he
like,
was
who
on the
knew-
East Coast and
Yeah.
like we were just like maybe. So my mom pulled us out. We were just watching the news, but it was like he didn't have like if he had a cell phone, it was like it wasn't gonna work for a while.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he was
Sure.
in the air, so we didn't. hear from him for quite a while. And I remember my mom was like, and we'll just wait. And we were just like watching the news being like,
You're like, oh God.
but so yeah, I mean,
So you were really traumatized by
I
that
do
day.
remember that day vividly,
Sure.
but only because that was the day I thought my dad died. It turned out to happen actually pretty recently.
Shelby.
So my 9/11 story is that I actually, for years and years, my dad told me that the story in my family was that my uncle was working in the World Trade Center at that time, but he didn't show up for work that day because he had an earache.
Wow.
And so he didn't go into work. He was late. And this was like my whole childhood. I knew this story. I would tell people this story. A couple
Never had
years
an
ago,
uncle?
my Uncle Gary calls my dad up, and my dad like mentioned it somehow, and he was like, "That's not true."
Wait, there was an actor who did that. There, Renasazi, I think is his last name.
Steve Renasazi.
Yeah, he's in the fantasy
League.
football, the league. For years, he was going on talk shows, being like, "I was in the Twin Towers."
Oh my God.
It wasn't true.
It wasn't
Oh my
true
God.
at all.
What's wrong with people?
He got, like,
Did
called
he
out
actually
on it.
think that was true, or
No, he was just lying.
He's just lying. He's
He
just
like,
lying.
Oh
He
my God.
apologized for it by being like, "Oh, like I said it once." Like I think it was like maybe like
Yeah, it just slipped out.
got
No,
out
I
of my
think
control.
the first time it was like someone made an assumption and he went along with it and then like
Oh,
pushed
yeah.
it
People
further and then it got
often.
him all this attention and he was like, "Yeah, I guess I was in the towers," and he just like kept going.
Oh God.
Until like eventually someone was like, he never worked at the company he says he worked for in the building.
What was the mix up with your uncle?
It was literally like my uncle had at some point worked in the World Trade Center.
And
it
he
wasn't
also
during
at a different point had an earache.
like yeah, like literally, I think it was
Yeah.
like two
No, that
conflating
tracks.
stories, and like maybe the day of 9/11 he had an earache. I don't know, but my dad just combined them in his head
love
and was
that.
like, "This was a really scary day for our family."
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to like make it mean something. That's the whole thing
Yeah,
about 9/11
yeah.
is that it becomes this thing.
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane is who I often bring up when I'm trying to fill time. And that's why, because he was supposed to be on the 9/11 plane.
Oh my
But he
God,
wasn't.
really?
Yeah, he like overslept.
Whoa. Okay.
It's
Are
really
we trying to fill time? Is that what's
no.
happening?
We're having a good time and everything's going
No, this
according
is
to
what
plan.
Anya's deleting is 9/11.
No, I was going to add it to the record. I decided not to.
She wished it never happened.
We forgot
Yeah.
to say the thing about like it doesn't have to be the big things like war and famine. So Anya just kind
I
of
would delete it.
went
I would
with
delete it except for like so many things have come from it that is
Anya's
Anya really likes one.
Anya's like, there's actually a silver lining to it.
that's weird that you guys don't think about that. No, it's really messy. It changed the course of history
Oh, 100%.
For the worse.
for the worse. Every single thing that happened after that was really, 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 really
Anya's like,
bad.
except for like some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are. I'm glad this is happening.
Flying is a pleasure now.
Yeah,
Right.
we love it. I think our privacy,
easy
our privacy is
peasy.
intact.
to the gate.
And now they have me taking my shoes off and running around like a madman.
You won't believe this. You won't believe this. I could smoke a cigarette on the aircraft.
Yeah, in the 70s when we first flew.
Yeah.
Casey and I.
And people used to
You
dress
guys
up
took
for
the
flights.
first flight, didn't you?
Used to dress up for.
Yeah,
Wright
we were
brothers.
on the Wright brothers
Yeah.
flight.
No, that was Casey and I.
Casey, what would you delete out of cure?
Thank God. Yes.
Anya's keeping 9/11.
Anya's
I'm deleting
adamantly, we asked to delete it. She said keeping.
No. No.
The
For sure
thing that
not.
I would delete is movie related.
Okay.
It is
course.
something that I think about every single time I'm in a movie theater.
Okay. He's got a
And I
devilish
want to
smile.
delete people looking at their phones in the movie
Oh,
theater.
this is so Casey.
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
Core.
Turn it
Don't look at it.
off.
Yes. You guys are
I mean,
sick.
no, you don't have to. You don't have to turn it off.
turn it
You
all
don't
the way
have
off.
to turn it off. Okay.
He's
Turn
like,
it
leave
off.
it at home.
Yeah.
You have to think.
what if
You have to sit
something
with your
happens?
thoughts in the car on the way there and back.
Keep it in a lockbox.
The number of times I'm watching a movie and someone is like looking at their text, or it's not even like they come up, open it up, and they're like, "I'll look at the time or something, how much is left in the movie." They're like
I'm a
scrolling
big how much is left in
Instagram.
this movie kind of girl.
Sure, I
Yeah,
get
ADHD
that,
vibes.
but if you open up Instagram in the movie theater and
Yeah.
you're just kind of like
Just
DMing
scrolling?
people
Wow.
and your fucking brightness is up, it's
Psycho.
like get out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
Watch a movie at home.
What
For real.
Watch a movie at home.
And then you can
We
watch
have
your
the-
phone at the same time, just like we all do, like all
Yes.
people do.
Yeah.
But when you go to the movie, it's special.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
But
should
when
be
a
yelling
movie,
and
especially
laughing.
if it's a stressful movie, I'm checking that time every 15 minutes. I'm like, how much longer can I possibly endure?
Because you're
Barbarian
scared.
vibes.
I'm stressed. I'm tired.
Okay.
But I'm so many times I have to go. And how much longer could this possibly go?
Right. Are they
That's
going to
fair.
drag
Some
it out?
movies are really long.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see
Casey,
those ones.
can I add something to your deletion? This is kind of an addendum.
Weird, but
Double.
okay.
Well, we're a
Double delay.
team, and we collaborate. People saying what they think about the movie while you're kind of all like waiting to get out of the little door of the movie and all walking together.
Wait, I love that.
I
I don't want to hear anyone else's opinion. I kind of want to sit with it.
I
you
kind
need
of
a
like
moment to
hearing
sit with
other
that.
people's opinions, but I do think they have to stop at a certain point because they just saw the movie, they're leaving, but there's people coming into the movie theater, like
Yeah.
not the theater where the movie is showing, but in the lobby and at the concession stand, who are about to go see the movie, and like people are like
Let's
talking
consider it,
about
yeah.
what happened in the movie. It's like
I'm always
It's
afraid
like-
it's going to offend the people that work at the movie theater if I didn't like it. And then I'm like, why is that what I did? Like, they don't
so
care.
funny. They don't
I'm
care if you
always
live
like,
or die.
It's rude. And
No,
it's like,
no,
for
it's-
what reason?
Everyone
Yeah.
that works at the movie theater is in production on the movies that are being shown.
Yeah, they kind of fly out a team.
Yeah.
Movies are entirely employee owned.
Yeah, that's the thing about the movies.
That's why
And
that
that's why
industry
it's an
makes so much money.
equitable industry.
That's
The
right.
guy serving you the
Where
popcorn.
everyone that works
Director.
in movies and film is getting paid really good. Every single person.
Yeah, and then there's no issues, and they don't even need a union, so forget it.
I'll say my first job ever in high school was working at a movie theater.
Of course.
Awesome.
And I was in the concession stand for a little bit, but I got the big promotion to projectionist.
Ooh.
And I put the films together, and when they would come in,
Literally
and,
a star
and
is born.
Yeah.
I would, put them in the projector and play them. And I always thought of it as like, I am the last line, the last person in the film business that touches the film before everyone sees it.
And yet you're never invited to a
it was
premiere.
No, I'm
It was a
kidding.
big
It's
deal to
crazy.
me.
That is really
He's like,
cute,
I don't get enough
Casey.
recognition as I'm not even in the credits. It's fucked up.
Yeah, they don't put me in the credits, but
And Casey as himself.
As
because
projectionist.
I write it in myself on the last
little
frame.
kid.
Scratched in.
So tiny.
That'd be
It's
so
like,
cute.
Aunt Casey. It looks crazy. Casey. We're like, who the fuck?
Casey, did you know that I worked at a video rental store in high school?
No,
called
I wanted
Blockbuster.
the video.
Was it
store
Blockbuster or
job.
Hollywood Video?
No, it was like a small model. It only closed a few years ago. R.I.P. Chet's Video, best job I ever had. No offense to this one.
Chet.
Yeah, free popcorn.
Wishing you the best, King.
with every
Free
rental.
popcorn.
Free rental every 10 rentals and a free rental on your birthday.
I miss.
There's a drop-off
And
sign
they're
right
out of
there for
business.
clothes.
Can you
rental
believe
store.
this?
There's a video store I go to in LA.
Here?
That's great. Yeah, in South Pasadena called Videotech. That's free crowd.
Free crowd for the girls.
Free crowd.
Everyone's like, keep them off, Mike. Ideally, these people would never speak.
No,
Yeah,
but
that's a
yeah,
little free
I
clout
go
for the
there,
girlies.
and I love it. I go there all the time.
Oh, that's really awesome. I love that feeling.
Redbox you can find almost anywhere.
Yeah, but it's like a machine.
I'm
Limited.
kidding. It's so bad. I literally
This-
hate Redbox.
the video store I go to is they like separate it all by like genre and then like director. So it's not just like you're going alphabetically through
It's
whatever.
for
It's like
absolute dorks like Casey.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like
It's great.
a video store in 2022 is the same as like a record store in 2022. It's just for the dorks. Like only the dorks.
For the dorks, by the
go,
dorks.
I don't
but
know.
it's
Records
great.
are making a comeback.
Oh, look.
Well, people are
vinyl
getting
sounds
dorkier.
better.
That's true.
Vinyl sounds better.
That's
You're
what
looking
I've
at
been
me.
trying
I'm like,
to
I
say.
will not. I won't. Don't bait me like this.
Vinyl sound
Vinyl,
better.
like when you put like a needle on a vinyl.
Oy,
The
oy,
hiss,
oy.
look.
Ha,
Yeah.
cha, cha.
That's
That's
the
it.
crackle
That
at
is
the
the
start.
sound.
That was pretty good.
That would be like if this podcast
Why are you
was
looking at me
recorded
like that?
on
I was
vinyl.
really being
Pretty good.
It'll be like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Agreed. Agreed. It sounds better. I guess.
Wait. So that was.
I deleted looking at your phone. In the
That
movie.
was Casey's deletion.
I completely
Anya
lost.
is deleting 9/11. Casey is deleting
That'd be
looking
so
at your.
cool if that is what I deleted. That would be cool with me. That'd be big.
That is
Instead of a
really
petty
good.
grievance.
Anya's the first guest to be like, you know what I wish never happened, and I don't
what?
want the aliens to know.
They don't need to know, especially
I mean,
with
they
their
really don't.
spacecraft.
That fuel can't melt steel beams.
Yeah. Loose change. Look it up.
I'm just a 9/11 conspiracist. I didn't tell you guys that before.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's why I'm saying it's
That's
always
gonna be in your
awkward.
intro.
That's why I always have to be like, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says crazy stuff.
Hey,
crazy.
for real,
You never know.
Anya,
What's up, babe?
What's the next thing you would put on your pictures?
yeah.
We have to move this along.
I know. How long has
Somebody's
it been?
gotta steer
How long
this
has it
shit.
been? Okay, I'm gonna go quick.
And I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. I'm scared.
Napster.
Okay. The original Facebook, well, was made by the same. It's in the. Napster was in the.
I was gonna bring that up too.
Okay, I'm not
But-
wrong in terms of the people.
But I want
and
to. I want to
don't know what you
hear
guys are
where
talking
you're,
about.
how you're explaining that.
Oh, just like
Me
the
or
people
okay.
involved.
Sure.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things I was gonna say. Imagine if we're not gonna say his name, evil man, just stayed with Napster. We wouldn't have to. So many. We'd be great. It'd be great if
Wait,
he just.
I don't.
We're
I don't
talking
know
about
which
Big
guy you're
Zuck.
talking
It's
We're
about.
talking about
Zuck.
Big Zuck.
But Zuck had nothing to do with Napster.
I know, but imagine if he took that whatever that Sean.
This Sean.
Imagine if he was like, that actually sounds like a great idea. I'm going to do that instead of rating hot girls in my college that I'll never get.
The Napster guy was the one who told him to drop the.
That's right.
Just Facebook.
Right. It's
cleaner.
We all saw the Social Network. We sort of remember it.
We did.
Justin
That was who,
Timberlake.
Saw it with
JT?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
GT.
Good for
No,
him.
but I don't think. And again,
Seriously.
you guys, sorry, too young to know the feeling, but to go from, I think. Go ahead. Correct me if I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
what are you
I'll
gonna
let you
say?
know. Too
Shelby
young.
is
It's like
really,
to go from
really young.
to go as a young person from being like, I'll maybe hear a song I like on the radio. I have to beg for money from my parents to go buy the one album that has all, or like buy singles so I can listen to all the songs I like.
Oh my God,
to
99
being
cents.
like, that's right. To being like, any song you want, you could have it.
Yeah.
Right now. To think of any song you've ever heard. I mean, it was like,
But you don't know the quality. The thing about Napster is the quality of the song was always just like a crapshoot.
I was 12. I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna listen to every song I've ever liked. And
What
sometimes
was the
you
difference
get
between Napster and LimeWire?
That's what I was just going to ask. I was on LimeWire.
Napster was first, but it was pretty much the same thing.
cool. I was a Lime bitch.
Yeah.
And
me
then
too.
like you never know what, like you're gonna get a song downloaded, you're gonna think it's by this one artist for your whole life, and then you realize that the song was mislabeled by whoever
Yeah.
uploaded it.
Yep.
That's great.
I love that.
Nothing more
And then
humiliating
also like
than that.
it was the downfall of the music industry ultimately, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
But it isn't even around.
I was.
It's like they really should have stuck with it because Spotify really came in.
And was a nail in the coffin of the music industry, yeah.
Right, but if Napster had done it, I mean, good for them for coming up with it first.
Well, it was illegal what Napster was doing.
But if they had made
So
it
was
till it
LimeWire,
was
right?
legal.
to stream, you mean, instead of
Yeah.
yeah. If they'd come up with a
if they had just made it until it was legal.
but it was free for a while, and
If
that
they
was
kept
great.
the platform running.
Until it was
legal. Yeah.
Illegal to steal things from musicians, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why not? Just kidding.
It is something about this is an interesting debate, is the piracy of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, musicians aren't paid enough. I see
Definitely
what TV
not.
writers get paid. I see what musicians get paid. I gotta tell
doesn't
you,
make any
they gotta pay
sense.
the musicians a little
Yeah,
bit more.
you know,
You gotta pay more than I love
Napster
music.
might have destroyed the music industry, but the music industry was already doing that. The way that they treat the artists, the contracts that they make them
Scooter Braun,
sign,
anybody?
crazy.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We love Scooter Braun. Just kidding.
He actually has a podcast on it.
Yeah, Scooter Braun is coming. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. If you keep listening, a little clip from our new podcast with Scooter Braun is coming up.
Imagine.
And we're just going to hear a little snippet.
It's called
It's him being like, I am going through divorce.
Very
I am being
confessional.
sued.
Yeah.
Casey, do you remember the first songs you downloaded?
I must have downloaded. What was that?
Nothing.
I don't know what they said. But
I
it's
said
probably
they're hosting now.
Yep. Thanks for
I just
having
wanna
us, by the
know.
way.
it's been a pleasure.
I probably downloaded. Honestly, Corn. Corn
Sick.
was probably the first thing I
Hell
downloaded.
yeah.
It's corn. What if I thought that's what you were talking about? A big lie. I was like, wow, really? That was the
Wow,
first
I
one.
can't believe you recorded it back then. It's a
That's
cover,
really
actually.
recent.
This kid was doing a throwback.
This kid's a musical genius. He was doing a cover. What was the first song you downloaded?
3 songs.
And
I remember my brother coming in my room being like, here's Napster. downloaded it onto my computer. And then, why did I have a computer in my room? So weird.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
was
cool. Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Hotel California. And
Manifesting.
November Rain by Guns N' Roses.
Okay, she's obsessed with California.
I guess so. I was just like, these songs all rock, and I didn't have to pay for them. Like, it was like the thrill of a lifetime.
Yeah, that's huge. Wow. I feel like I was even though I am the young, crisp, ripe age of 25, I feel like I had a pretty outdated experience with music stuff because my parents are old and we didn't have any money. So I was listening to CDs for like way longer than a lot of other. Like, I didn't get on the like iTunes, LimeWire, you know, didn't have internet.
LimeWire's free. Didn't have internet.
Did it have? Well, no, we had internet, but it was.
But it was
Like
like,
dial-up.
download LimeWire
It was one
because your
Ethernet
family would
cord.
get mad.
Yes.
Sure. You're looking at me like the privilege with which
I have LimeWire.
I eventually did get LimeWire, but it was
I'm
like
not trying
had to
to
fight
flex
tooth
on
and nail.
anybody, but I did have LimeWire.
Okay, so what were your first, do you remember?
No, but I do know that I was doing it for a while, but my siblings had to really work it for me because I would always pick a song that was just like
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of
But-
have to like figure out, like judging by the way that the song has been titled, whether or not you're getting a good download or not.
I do.
Yeah, I feel like I was always freaking up my little computer.
Yeah, downloading bad stuff.
Yeah.
You can get bad stuff on there.
The one that I did for a while, the YouTube to MP3.
Yes, I've done that.
I feel
Still.
like I do that still.
I still
Yeah.
do that.
Still.
Sometimes you need to get it and it's only on YouTube.
There's that TikTok song that is not made, but it's on YouTube, but it's a just 2 hours to get there, babe. I can get back about an hour or so.
Oh, and people do it to like little montages.
Yeah, but it is a really good song, but it is not available anywhere. You have to rip it from YouTube. I would love to do it on a platform I pay for, but he won't allow it. The writer. It's called Jersey Giants, the song. Look it up. It's
he
pretty good.
wants you to have it for free. He wants you to pirate it.
I mean, that
burping
feels
into
insane. I would pay him for it.
Shelby's waving cash
She's
around trying
she's
to pay you for it.
Burning a hole in her
Extra,
pocket.
extra. I got $50 for anyone who can get me a hard copy of Jersey Giant.
Yeah.
Casey,
Casey?
Yes.
what would you put on?
Okay, I'm going to put on a non-movie thing.
Okay, crazy.
It is something that I do all the time. I love to do it. I think it's important to do this.
Okay.
And it's the Irish
so scared.
goodbye.
Oh.
I am a big advocate of the Irish goodbye. I'll say if I'm like at a function or something, a party, wherever, and I'm like talking to a couple people, I'll say bye to them.
Yeah.
But then I'm out the door. I'm not gonna like
This is the correct way
go
thing to
find
do. Yeah.
people to say bye or anything. As soon as I feel like, okay, it's time for me to go home, I'm gonna be like, okay, hey, it was great talking to you guys, but I'm getting out of here.
I love an Irish goodbye. I cannot fault you. I think it is a perfect way to leave. The worst possible thing in the world is when you're trying to Irish goodbye and then someone loudly while you're on your way.
Yes.
You're putting
Yes.
your shoes on at the door. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
you are getting out there, and someone's like, "Are you leaving?" And you're like, "Oh," and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I was just about to do my rounds." Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
Why would you
If
wanna
you
ruin
see
the
me
vibe?
getting
It's
to
messed
the
up.
door,
Yeah.
Just
do
let me
not
go.
let me leave. I mean, it is the worst feeling in the world to be like, okay, I did it. Like I say goodbye to who I need to. I feel good about that, and then someone's like, "Oh,"
It's
and then you're like,
horrible.
"Well, great. Now my whole thing is ruined."
Have,
Yeah.
like, read the room. Have some social cues.
the room.
Have you? But it's the polite. It's respectful to the people who still want to keep the party going.
Sure.
You're not going to ruin the vibe by leaving.
That's
by
a really
being
good
like,
point.
I need to be somewhere else. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
you don't want to
Yeah.
start putting it out there that like I'm leaving, so maybe other people are going to start thinking like,
It
well, I kind of
changes
want to
the
leave
energy.
too. But,
Yeah, that's a really good
you know,
point.
and
never thought
I
about
think
that.
it's got to be up to each individual guest at the function
Yeah, you
to
say
leave
goodbye to
when
the
they
people
want
you
to
need
leave.
to. You thank the people you need to thank, and then you get the heck on out of there.
Or
Yeah.
you text them later.
That's what I was
Yes.
gonna say. I love the you say goodbye to the critical people, and then you plan in your head. Okay, tomorrow morning maybe I'll text him like, sorry I didn't say bye last night.
So good to see you, though.
So good to
Yeah.
see you. Let's hang out soon.
Good to see you. Let's hang out soon for sure.
I'm obsessed with you.
That's
yeah.
that's an LA.
I literally love you.
love
Like,
you so
I
fucking much.
I've been thinking about you since I left last night.
I couldn't find you to
couldn't
say
sleep.
goodbye in
Yeah.
the 1-bedroom apartment we were in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
It was
and when
weird
I averted
because I
eye
was looking
contact,
everywhere, and I was like, they must be hiding. But no, for real,
I did go out the back
literal
window, so
honor
maybe
to
that
see
was
you.
why.
It was an honor to see you in a really big way.
yeah, huge. I love you so
I think
much.
it's a perfect addition. I wonder how they would use it. Like, are they going to come here and then just be like, we are leaving?
do not tell them. We don't want to ruin the vibe.
They're like, we're going to head on out.
yeah, they're like
yeah.
scooping up.
We're like, wait, we can see you leave it there. Like, they don't really fully understand the concept.
they're
of
like,
an
the
Irish
UFO's
man.
like so loud.
Don't move and they can't see you.
We're like, are you putting your shoes on?
Yeah, they're
It's
aliens.
like, wait, I think the aliens are leaving. And everyone's like, no, don't do it. They just got here. They start descending back down. They're like, no,
little
we wouldn't
ramp
leave
from
without
the
saying
UFO.
goodbye. Are you kidding me?
They get pulled into
We
a
love being
conversation
here
for
on this
45
hell
minutes.
planet.
Like,
No,
Horace
we think
already
it
out the
rocks
door.
here.
They're like, what are you joking? You don't think we can say goodbye to Earth? This place is amazing.
We love you guys. We
You guys
keep
have a
thinking
little
about
bit of
you.
everything here, huh? So we loved being here. Thank you for having us. We just had to, of course we were going to say, but we just have to get back because dinner.
Yeah.
So,
They text us the next morning. They're like, let's definitely get coffee sometime. No, that was
like,
so fun.
Saturn is really gorgeous this time of year, girl. So
They're like, visiting your planet that you destroyed was awesome. And we
for
had a
us,
great
we're
time.
going to keep ours a secret from you.
No, don't come over. We'll come meet you. We'll kind of
meet you
halfway.
sometime.
Yeah, but love to you. I'm obsessed with you.
Let's work on something
obsessed.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
sure.
your voice.
Yeah.
So
Good.
good.
Good one.
Okay,
Good
so-
one, Casey. Good one.
So
Casey,
Thank
we'll
you.
talk about this after, but that was a good one.
Thank you so much. I'm glad I got a good one in there.
Shelby, the amount of times I've touched this microphone, I owe you.
Oh, I've noticed. I
such
have noticed.
An apology.
I have noticed. Anya's hands are all over it.
I'd like to
begging
take this moment to
for
thank the Academy.
forgiveness.
I'd like to take this moment to thank my mother. I would like to take this moment to thank the people who make this mic. Couldn't name them. Ultima, who makes the stand.
Really good
Headgum,
people.
who puts the thing on here that I like to play with. I feel
Vindicated.
vindicated.
Yeah.
I was right.
She's right.
People
I'm a
were
huge
wrong.
bitch.
No.
no, Anya.
No,
yeah.
you just have no idea how hard it is to
It's
be in
just
this room.
what do you
not an
do? What are you doing with your hands the whole time?
I'm fiddling
I
around.
don't like it over here in the lights. I belong
that's no
back there in
worries.
the darkness.
That's no worries. I'm sure it's ending soon.
No, we have stuff to do. All of us. You want me to get to my last one?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot, but I'm going to narrow it down.
So smart.
I feel like I wish Casey and I talked.
You said you didn't want to. Like
I
you were
know.
happy that we didn't discuss this.
I
You
want
guys
you
have
guys to
fun.
know that like working on this podcast has been like being with like my divorced parents. Like it is, they like had to co-parent for sure, and like they did their best, but it was not smooth sailing.
How could it be? Do we blame them? We don't. Casey and I don't. We know what it's like. Okay.
They don't.
My last thing, I guess, since I can only have one more. The day on Twitter when Trump had COVID. Has anyone added that before?
I don't think so.
That was my favorite day of
That
his
was a really good
presidency.
day.
That was my
I
favorite day
think
of
the
my
first
lifetime.
tweet I saw was, "I hope he dies." And I was
Yeah,
like,
it's gonna be a good day.
There was a point in his presidency where if anyone said like he with any sort of derogatory thing, you were like, I know who they're talking about. It's just Trump.
Yes.
Now it can be so many people, but
Yeah,
there was
he's
a
really
period of
opened that
time-
up for us.
There was a period of time where it was like, hope he chokes, and it was like, me too.
Same. Yeah, it's crazy for lots of reasons.
How bad
Okay,
Trump
but
is.
first, I think first, I think
thought
that
he could die.
I was like,
bad
I
of
actually
a
have
guy.
a crazy opinion. I'm gonna put it out there. No, what I like. Okay, I like on Twitter that one day when everyone has the same joke and it's not bad yet. It's all the good jokes about the one
Yeah.
thing. So beautiful.
like when the
Such a
queen
beautiful-
died.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You
It's
start
like
to
a
find
shared-
community. It's like
Exactly.
LA Earthquake Twitter. I'm sorry for those who don't know.
It's true.
But LA Earthquake Twitter, my mom texted me, I guess there was an earthquake in San Jose. I didn't feel it.
I didn't either.
During this.
Just now?
Today?
No, during the first half. I got a text from my mom during the break, but
Who
I
felt it?
didn't feel it. So,
So that's the update
So
on that.
that's kind of that.
We were fine.
so mom, if I forget to text you back and you're listening to this, we are all good.
It'd be funny if like if people on YouTube were like, no, we all like they saw things shifting.
Everything went crazy.
Everything's
Here we were all
different, but we
just
don't
like,
know. We're too busy fighting.
Yeah.
LA earthquake Twitter is like a big piece of that. It's like when everyone is just like, holy shit, and you're like, we're here.
Yes. I love the feeling of like, like this is like a universal shared experience that we're all having, spontaneous, important. Because I often, my thing is that like it like brings me to tears when I see people doing something spontaneously together. Do you know what I mean?
Cute.
It's like very
a flash
emotional
mob?
to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Not like, that's planned.
Flash
That's so true.
That's planned.
Sorry.
That's like some person planned that, and then people joined in. But like,
It's not cute.
people kind of coming together and being like, no, we're all gonna like give this person a standing ovation, or we're gonna.
Oh, I love a standing
everyone,
ovation.
something people are like, we're all doing this. We've all decided. So kind of right now, and that's what Trump had COVID day.
Yeah.
Especially when we were all like, this man has ruined our lives.
Yes.
He literally has blood on his hands.
Yeah.
Vis-a-vis COVID, and now and then we teach the aliens about irony.
Crazy that he didn't die from it.
It's such the craziest thing.
I
Well, yeah, we don't have to get into it. We don't have to get
been
real.
so
The
cool.
jokes were good.
know. It would have been cool.
God damn it. Moment of silence.
For Trump not dying.
Yeah, sucks. We really had him so close.
No, I think any moment where we
the
have
transfusions.
I like even January 6th had a little bit of that day when it was like everyone was just
yeah, there
like,
was some
what
fun-
is going
Yeah.
on?
Sure,
And you were
yes.
like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
and then it's just like chaos for a minute. And you're like, okay, let's all get in here together. It's
Yeah.
When January 6th happened, I was working a remote job and we went into a meeting like as it was happening. No one mentioned it.
That's crazy.
My boss didn't mention it. No one mentioned it. I felt insane. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
you were
Yes.
I was like,
hold on, they're storming the Capitol.
While it's unfolding,
they're
you're like,
inside, they're
is this
inside.
bad? Like, this is bad, right? And
You
like,
were like,
there was like a moment.
quickly unmute.
I felt fucking crazy.
that's
I was
crazy.
like literally the senators were like hiding under their desks. I was like,
Yeah,
Your boss is like, and so I think probably that is where we're gonna head on that project. Does anyone have any questions about the Q2 goals? And you're like, no questions on the goals.
I have a question kind of in general, though.
Are we good?
overarching question.
Yeah, like about like the democracy kind of
I think the
aspect.
country's falling.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to check in about that.
I was with my mother that day, and it was funny to see her. She had your boss's kind of reaction. She was like, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I was in USSR. Like, you can't face me with this.
You're like, no, this is a big deal,
Yeah.
I think.
She was like, I've kind of lived through stuff like this. It's fine. She was right. We were fine. But those people are probably scarred for life. Not the insurrectionists, the people in the Capitol.
oh, for sure. Yeah, I would
Sure,
imagine
Mike
there's some
Pence.
PTSD. So-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hope he's okay. I hope Father's okay.
Master P. Casey,
One
what is the
last-
last item on your record?
little.
Make it good.
This is the last item being added to the
I
record.
know. It
Yeah.
kind of just hit me about that. So now I'm like, fuck.
You got
like,
this.
No, I don't.
No, you got it.
No, you seriously got this.
You guys,
So,
you
yeah.
guys wouldn't like the thing that I would put on it. So
Okay.
Love it.
do you want me to put it, or do you want me to do something like?
I want you to put it. No,
End
put
the
it.
entire podcast.
I want you to put it.
I have an addendum. I'll do a last one.
Okay, great.
And then we can mic drop.
Okay, I have to put a movie on for the aliens to watch.
And it is.
And the movie I want them to watch is John Carpenter's The Thing. And I am not sure if anyone in this room other than me has seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Too scared.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But I think Kurt Russell's hot.
A lot of people
Kurt
have
Russell's
seen it. I
very
know
hot
that.
in it. He's got a great big cowboy hat.
Oh,
And I love
that's
to
what
see
he
it.
said. Is
Got
cowboy
a
hat.
great,
Great, huge.
girthy cowboy hat.
That was crazy. That was a crazy phrasing.
I think The Thing is a perfect movie. I just rewatched it last night. Okay, are you going to be condescending
No,
while
no,
I
no. That was me.
talk about
That was me agreeing. I think John Carpenter's also really cool. All of his interviews. Go ahead.
Yeah, John Carpenter is a hero of mine and also a great filmmaker. And this is, I think, his best movie. It's a perfect movie. It's so compelling. You can't take your eyes off it. It's one of those movies where it's like something is happening and only the thing that's happening is important. There's no like backstory. There's no like, well,
Nobody
how did
cares
these
about
people
each
get
other.
here? It's just, I mean, no one cares about each other in the movie. They're
I've
all
seen
trying
it.
to figure out which one of them is an alien that can kind of pretend to be anything, kind of imitate anyone. So they're not sure who is the alien, which one of them could be the alien. They're not exactly sure.
Okay,
so
wait,
I want
cool.
the aliens to watch
Mind
this
games.
movie
And be like, are we the aliens?
about aliens.
Yeah.
And yeah, kind of like self-reflect a
Do you
bit.
fear that they have the ability and they will be like, this is a good idea?
I
Okay.
weirdly don't think the aliens that would come here would have the ability of the alien in
Okay.
the thing.
Bold
Because
assumption.
Yeah.
in the thing, the alien is like a parasite more than anything. And they talk about how like it probably has gone to like countless other planets and has assimilated the populations there. So I would think the aliens that would come down and like check out the records and be interested in like what was the human condition like or like what was the culture like, they would be like, this isn't us, but it is kind of creepy.
Okay. They'd be like, we are with you. Whoever that is, we should join forces.
It is weird. I don't think anyone's added, correct me if I'm wrong, a movie where we've tried to depict the aliens to the aliens.
Yes, we have. Well, we
E.T.'s
did the
not on there?
aliens from the Muppets.
Oh yeah.
I think someone did Star Wars.
Oh, fair. But none of the like, what's the one like Arrival?
I keep saying Attack of the Martians.
Attack of the Martians.
course.
yeah.
Mars Attacks.
You do keep
course.
saying
Mars
that.
Attacks.
Attack of the Martians.
It is weird. It is funny to think what they will when we do chat with them when they're like, "You guys got us all wrong. Like you're all so stupid."
We're so misunderstood.
yeah.
They're very angsty, and that's what people don't talk about. The aliens.
Aliens, yeah, they're full of angst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they would like the thing. I think there's some very fun visual effects in it, and they'd be like, "This is a crazy looking movie.
Yeah.
We're
we
into
just
it."
rode through space to get here, but this is very cool visually. No, I think they should know about John Carpenter for sure. One of
Well,
our best.
We've already, I know John Gabrus put a John Carpenter movie on there, so they will have at least 2 of his movies to
Okay,
watch.
good. Good,
Okay.
good, good.
They're
Yeah.
like putting in the
watching it.
VHS.
They're his
Rewind.
favorite filmmaker. He's their favorite filmmaker. They're his favorite filmmaker too. Symbiotic relationship.
That's kinda cool.
One cannot exist without the other.
Sure,
They
sure, sure.
exchange
They take
ideas.
advantage. Yeah, it's like it's really gorgeous. Actually, to watch them
Yeah.
work
It's
like
together.
all of us
God,
kind of in
it's
this
stunning.
room.
Yeah.
Anya, you said you had a final addendum.
To the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole show. Send it up.
I was gonna say that.
That's why we're such. That's why we got married and then divorced. That's the marriage part.
Okay,
So
so
your
the
divorce
record's going
papers are
to
going up.
space.
No,
So
but
that
all
means
of
me
it.
and Shelby are going too.
Yeah. Because here's
Yeah.
the thing, we're sending all these records, but like they need to see the conversation that we have in between.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Is that
Watch
the
us
first
on
time you
YouTube.
mentioned the YouTube channel?
No, I talk about seeing me all the time.
Oh, sure. She's always looking right at
I look
camera.
right into the camera.
Oh, people
Yeah, yeah.
watch the YouTube
but
videos.
I think they need the context. They need the otherwise they're just getting a bunch of stuff.
they need
and
to
they
get
need
to
to know
know
you guys.
us. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'll go to space. No worries.
Yeah.
I'm out there.
Me too.
Listen,
we'll miss ya.
little freakazoids.
Little brother.
It's been a freaking blast hanging out with you.
The blast of a lifetime.
EJ's hungry.
I see the crowd so
I gotta get EJ fed like immediately, but
Okay,
Gotta
on
get him a
that note, I guess that's the podcast.
Seriously.
No, hey, follow us on Instagram. We'll do other stuff.
Yeah, we do other stuff.
I'm gonna miss ya.
I'm gonna miss you too.
I had a great time working on this show.
I've had
with
the
you
time of my
guys.
life.
It was a very fun show to work on.
I hope you dance.
I hope you dance. Wait, it sounded gorgeous.
true.
Hate to leave you on that note, but it sounded amazing. You guys were like, come back for more. I'm like, sorry, I'm not allowed.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, we love you. It's time to find another podcast.
We love you. Thank you.
Is that the end of it? Is that
That's gotta be,
Just
right? No,
very
thank you.
somber?
Thanks
else
for
do you-
listening. Thanks for having us.
Thanks
Thanks for letting us do
listening.
this with you.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thanks
doing
for
it, you
having us
guys.
on.
Anytime.
I meant like this whole time. Thanks for letting us do this with you. It's been really fun. We fight, but we love each other like a family.
Like a Your crazy, silly, stupid family.
So
Stupid, especially.
Okay, love you guys. Good
Okay,
night.
love you,
or
bye.
good morning.
Good night.
That was a Headgum original.